Once upon a time, in the mist-shrouded fjords of Scandinavia, there lived a fierce and seafaring people known as the Vikings. These intrepid warriors were not content with the familiar shores of their homeland. Their hearts yearned for adventure, riches, and the thrill of the unknown. Among these Vikings there was a band of daring souls who dreamed of sailing beyond the horizon, where the sun dipped into the endless sea. They were the ones who sailed west, their eyes fixed on distant lands whispered about in sagas and legends. Their leader, Eric the Bold, stood tall on the prow of his longship, the Sea Serpent. His wild red beard danced in the salty breeze as he gazed toward the setting sun. "To the west, my comrades," he bellowed. "There lies a world waiting to be discovered." And so, with their dragon-headed ships, they set forth. Their sails billowed, their oars dipped into the icy waves, and their hearts beat in rhythm with the pulse of the ocean. They left behind the fjords, the pine-clad cliffs, and the snow-capped peaks, venturing into uncharted waters. Their first stop was the rugged coast of Greenland, discovered by Eric himself. The land was harsh, its icy cliffs towering like ancient giants. Yet the Vikings found beauty in its starkness, the shimmering glaciers, the howling winds, and the haunting cries of seabirds. But Eric's son, Leif Erikson, hungered for more. He was a restless soul driven by curiosity. "Father," he said, "let us sail farther west. There are whispers of a land beyond Greenland, a place of endless forests, strange beasts, and rivers that flow like silver." And so, guided by the stars and the wisdom of their seers, they sailed into the vastness of the Atlantic. The waves grew taller, the nights darker, and the winds whispered secrets only the bravest could hear. The Vikings clung to their faith in Odin and Thor, praying for safe passage. One fateful day, as the sun painted the sky in hues of gold and crimson, they glimpsed land. It was a wild and untamed place, their Vinland. The air smelled of pine and salt, and the soil cradled their footsteps like a lover's embrace. Leif Erikson stepped ashore, his heart pounding. "We are the first Europeans to touch this land," he declared. The Vikings explored Vinland, marveling at its riches. They encountered Skraelings, the native people who watched them with wary eyes. The Vikings traded beads for furs, shared stories by the fire, and learned the secrets of this new world. But Vinland was not without danger. The forests hid wolves and bears, and the rivers teemed with salmon. And then there were the giants, massive beings with eyes like glaciers and voices that rumbled like thunder. The Vikings treaded carefully, for they knew not whether these giants were friend or foe. As seasons turned, the Vikings built settlements along Vinland's coast. They felled trees, raised longhouses, and tended to their farms. They sang songs of their homeland, their ancestors, and the gods who watched over them. And always their eyes strayed westward, wondering what lay beyond the next horizon. And so, dear reader, the saga of the Vikings who sailed west continues. Their legacy lives on in the whispers of the wind, the crash of the waves, and the firelight tales told by storytellers across the ages. For they were not mere raiders or pirates. They were explorers, dreamers, and seekers of the unknown. And perhaps, just perhaps, their spirits still ride the winds, guiding those who dare to sail westward, chasing the sun as it dips into the endless sea. May Odin bless their journey, and may their long ships dance upon the waves forevermore.